it was, but a throw-in. Nabil Dira is going to take this. He's had a knee injury. I'm not sure they were too hopeful that he was going to be able to play in this game. He's taken the throw. Amrabat does well, round the outside of Guerrero, but then the covering challenge from Font deflects it behind, over the advertising hoardings, next to where one or two Moroccos are wildly waving their red flags with the green stars on them. This is the definition of fervent support from the Moroccan fans. They have a corner. The majority of their fans are at that end, to our right. They are willing it to go in from this set piece. And it's headed by Benatia, but straight to Rui Patricio. He's able to drop down to his right and make the save. The Moroccan captain, Mehdi Benatia of Juventus, Terry.
Yeah, it was a good header, in-swinging corner from the right, left-footed. And there was Benatia level with the far post, probably about 7-8 yards out. Met it really well, headed it down, but not really enough power to trouble Rui Patricio in the goal. It's a comfortable save low to his right. But it's encouraging. It's encouraging from Morocco's point of view, encouraging that they are pressing high, they're robbing the Portuguese defenders of the ball as many times as they possibly can.
So Uruguay, Saudi Arabia next for you from 4 o'clock BST. And then this evening the match, 7 o'clock UK time, is Iran against the former world champions Spain, which will come live from inside the stadium in Kazan with Alistair Bruce Ball and Chris Sutton. Here is Bernardo Silva twisting and turning again, loses possession when the challenge comes in, and then can't do anything as it comes back to him, then headed out of play for a throw-in to Morocco in their own left-back position. She'll be taken by the youngster from Real Madrid, the 19-year-old, one of only 5 teenagers in the squads at this World Cup, operating at left-back for Portugal, for Morocco, and Portugal with Ziyech, the player of the year this season in the league in the Netherlands, the Dutch player of the year this season, the number 7, playing on the left-hand side today. Morocco still in possession in the Portugal right-back area, and they win themselves a throw just a little further on than level with the edge of the penalty area that Hakimi is going to take. Amrabat with a touch, then the cross from Ziyech is blocked straight out, back to him, and he takes on the defender and crosses, and it's deflection off Cedric Suarez for a Moroccan corner.
Yeah, Ronaldo's the one that he comes back. I've been watching him. His movement is limited. He's just conserving energy on that halfway line when Morocco attack. But he's back now. He's at that near post area because he's a big guy. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's filling that hole right at the near post.
Amrabat is going to, in fact, it's going to be taken by Belhanda, the corner. A little false start, and then he backs up, and here's Belhanda's corner, which is headed away for Portugal. An unchallenged header. Now it's on the left-hand side, swung in towards the back post, and a stretching header by Da Costa doesn't threaten the goal of Rui Patricio. So Portugal leading Morocco by 1-0. And in a match like this, as I said, Terry, it's a thankless task. It's a tall order, regardless of the fact that they're already behind to a Cristiano Ronaldo goal. You know how Morocco approach this now when there is such a danger lurking up front in the shape of that man with the red number 7 on the back of his white shirt.
Yep, how do they approach it? Well, they've got to go for it. That's what these fans will demand. That's what their country demands as well, and they are giving their very best at the moment. Ronaldo
gets the ball, sets off on a run over the halfway line, is tripped, wins a free kick, takes it quickly and passes it straight out of play. That wasn't quite out of the Cristiano Ronaldo World Cup 2018 playbook, was it? I think that'll feature on the show reel. Had almost 15 minutes on this, I must say, perfect afternoon for football. The temperature is beautiful. I've spent most of the last week down south in Sochi and Volgograd, but back up here in Moscow, it's like a British summer's day here. And Portugal, with Gonçalo Guedes, loses possession near the edge of the Moroccan area. It's passed out towards the right-hand side here for Morocco by Dira, and now in centre field, William Carvalho is able to step forward. Carvalho again gives it into the middle to João Mario. João Mario looking behind him, and There is support there from Bernardo Silva. Cristiano Ronaldo drops very deep for this and receives it, well, demands it from Cedric Soares. Then João Moutinho. They look in the mood, Portugal here, 1-0 up already. Bernardo Silva in his orange boots on the right-hand side, twists and turns. Then the cross from Cedric Soares towards the back post. It's hooked away. This is a touch of desperation about this defending from Morocco, but they've managed to clear it up through the middle to Boutaïb. But he is easily dispossessed by José Font, and the white shirts of Portugal are back in possession of the ball inside their own half, Terry.
Yeah, it's good defending in a way, as you say, a bit desperate at times, but there's a massive threat. Silva looks up for the game today, doesn't he? Probably more on the ball than he was against Spain, but it is controlled, I think, from Portugal. They know set pieces, they're very happy, they're very big, so they have no problems with that in general play. They were disturbed a little bit early on, but they've settled into a rhythm now, and they know Morocco are going to have to come out at them, and they know they have the ability and the pace to get behind them.
Whistles from the Moroccan supporters. Many of them are wearing red fezzes. We saw a little KP as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Portuguese KP with the in bright Moroccan red with the green star on it. And now Amrabat, having been challenged on the halfway line and conceded a free kick, has actually snatched that skull cap that we were talking about, the padded head guard. He's pulled it angrily off his head and thrown it off the pitch.
I mean, the foul was given against him, but there's no need to do that, is there? Well, I mean, he didn't rip his helmet off the top of his head. Well, the cap, really.
Well, as I say, he's either had concussion or he hasn't. He has been cleared to play in this match, and he's clearly received advice to wear this head guard. Yeah. And now in the 17th minute, he's thrown it off.
I think that's just frustration. That's more than anything else. That's just like, well, we're losing the game. I'm trying to do my very best.
Morocco with Boutaïb, he's done well. Gets the ball down outside the penalty area. Gives it to Ziyech. Oh, brilliant! Ziyech beats Cedric Soares and shoots those straight into the covering challenge. And it's blocked away out of play on the far side for a throw-in to Morocco. But that was bright from Ziyech and from Boutaïb as well, the bigger man through the middle.
Yeah, certainly was. Boutaïb's a pest up front. He's got to work against two big defenders, though, and he certainly did on that occasion. So he came inside and hit it with his left foot. Good block.
Cross in towards Boutaïb, but he's beaten in the air. Font did well against Boutaïb there, actually. I think initially when Ziyech went into the penalty area, I think it was João Moutinho that he beat, and then the shot was blocked by Cedric Soares.
It was a good block, wasn't it? A good, powerful shot. I saw him in the warm-up, smashing some balls into the top far corner.
Morocco win it back. Now, here they come again on the right-hand side. Dira leaves it to the now shaven-headed Amrabat. Back to Dira. Dira drives it across to the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's deflected up into the air. Took a touch off a defender, but the whistle had gone as well from Mark Geiger, who is the man in the middle, the American referee, and it's a free kick to Portugal inside their own penalty area. But Morocco have unsettled this Portuguese defence on more than one occasion in the first 18-19 minutes of this match.
Yeah, but I think it was João Murillo guilty of giving the ball away. It was one back, Amrabat went down the side. I think he gave it to Daria, was it? And he put the ball into the box. He went right along the goal line, drilled the ball into the box, but the referee saw that there was a foul. The ball was cleared anyway. Yeah,
I think it was given as a foul against João Moutinho, who was the Portuguese player who cleared it. Another lovely touch for Morocco. Belhanda now to the right-hand side. Amrabat again. He's seen a lot of the ball. Amrabat, with his head down, was on loan from Watford, if you remember, last season. He gives it to Belhanda. Now it's taken on through the middle to Ziyech, who had come right across from the left-hand side, and Ziyech has done well to win a corner for Morocco. 1-0 Portugal lead, but this is good Moroccan pressure.
Yeah, apart from the first 3 minutes, which was a good start for Morocco, this is their best spell of the game. Good little triangles out there. Amrabat, who took his hat off. No, he was seeing lots of stars, but now he can just see one ball and see it big. He's having a really good spell since he took that hat off.
Benatia had a chance from the previous corner that Morocco had from this right-hand side. This one's going to be swung in left-footed by Ziyech to the edge of the 6-yard box, and who was there to head it away? A leaping Ronaldo. However, it's hoisted back into the box, but with too much on it, and that's an easy catch for Rui Patricio, the goalkeeper. So almost 20 minutes played. It's been good, Terry.
Been good tempo. It was a good start, of course. I mean, a goal early on It can do one of two things, of course, but I just think with corners especially, they have to really probably shake it up a little bit. Morocco, in terms of, you can put good balls into the box, maybe try and draw out one or two defenders to get that little bit more space for the big guys at the near or far post. So perhaps a little bit more invention, but they're certainly doing well enough to get the corners and get the crosses in the first place.
This is 5 Live from the BBC at the World Cup here in Russia. We're in Moscow for this match, in the Luzhniki Stadium, the national stadium, where the opening match was played, where the final will be played. Terry Butcher sitting alongside, who played against both of these countries, Portugal and Morocco, at the World Cup. And now Guerrero actually hammers the ball across field and almost sets Morocco off an attack. Fortunately, Cedric Soares for Portugal was able to come across ahead of Ziyech, and he plays it down the field towards Gonçalo Guedes. And now William Carvalho in the central area. Little touch from him square. Then it's up towards Cristiano Ronaldo, who's actually dropped into his own half. And as he does so and plays the ball back to Font, as Ronaldo plays it, as he does, we've seen him do this in the all-white of Real Madrid. He was motioning and pointing at Jose Font to play the ball across to Pepe, as if the idea would never have occurred to him. Here's João Moutinho, now to Bernardo Silva on the far side. Back to William Carvalho. Challenge comes in from Boutaïb, who, I think it's fair to say, Terry, Boutaïb can put himself about, and Morocco win the ball back in centre field. The former Aston Villa man, Karim El Ahmadi, was able to get a touch and play it back to his goalkeeper, Munir. Now Diarra back into central defence to Da Costa. It takes only... They need no encouragement, these Moroccan supporters. All they need is to see their team put 2 passes together and they're off their seats. Huge flag being waved by one of those fans behind the goal to our right, the Moroccan national flag. Belhanda rolls it out towards the left-hand side, and then Ziyech gets it back. A little trick from him before he shoots from distance, but it's straight at Rui Patricio, who can go down and field it quite comfortably to his left.
I tell you, there'll be worse teams than Morocco go home early in this World Cup. They are playing very well, passing the ball pretty on the eye. It's more like a 4-1-4-1 that they've got, but they get men forward. They've got good players on the ball, good movement as well. They've got the confidence, and maybe 1-0 down and heading out of the World Cup, but there's plenty bags of confidence there.
Long pass towards Ronaldo, brought it down superbly, but Mehdi Benatia was able to come across, and just as it ran away from him, Benatia just took it away. Ronaldo's unmarked on the edge of the penalty area. Here's the cross from Suarez, but it was cleared again, this time by Da Costa inside the D away from Ronaldo. Free kick, and the referee says the ball was moving when it was taken, so Morocco will just take a breather and come back and take the free kick again. It's 1-0, Portugal 1, Morocco 0, and this is a scoreline that, if it stays like this, we've still got 3/4 of the match to play, but if it stays like this, Portugal would be up to 4 points in the group, and Morocco would not be able to go through to the knockout stages, and so they would effectively be the first team to be knocked out. 5 Live from the BBC. It's on BBC One as well. You can listen via the red button to the radio commentary with the pictures. It's all synced up. We are reliably informed if you want to listen to us with the pictures when you get home. And that is on your red button. The ball is out of play in the Portuguese left-back position. And Guerrero receives it back and then volleys it downfield. Ronaldo tries to win a free kick with an exaggerated reaction to the challenge from Benatia. He doesn't get anything. Morocco are in possession, and this is good again. A nice looking turn on the edge of the penalty area, but a good recovery from Pepe, is able to clear it away. And now Diarra has it on the right hand side. Little ball in field from him towards Belhanda in his green boots, but then Amrabat is challenged and loses possession, and Portugal have got it back. Ronaldo, challenge comes in from Benatia. I'm not sure there was a great deal in that, but Ronaldo has reacted by tumbling forward onto the ground. He just caught his foot. He stood on his standing foot, and Ronaldo went down onto his side and threw himself forward. He'll have felt that.
Yeah, you know when you go to plant your foot, well, he's planted it right in the back of Ronaldo's calf. So I think there was quite a bit in that, John, to be honest. He was lucky not to get a yellow card for that challenge. That was wild. That was back to the good old days, that was. But Ronaldo's up and about, not happy. But that's the sort of treatment. You look at Neymar, the injury he picks up, all the star players. Well, they're going to be targeted. And that's up to the referees to try and protect them as much as they possibly can. But yeah, there's a few bruising tackles going in this World Cup.
Benatia, as you know, Terry, your old position, he is an uncompromising central defender, the Juventus man. You know, if you play for Juventus, you know how to defend, don't you?
Oh yes, you really do.
And
I like him.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he clearly has set out to leave a mark on Cristiano Ronaldo in this match.
Yeah, I mean, from the early chance that Morocco had, it came from the fact that he got in front of Ronaldo. He said he stalled out really early to worry him.
Here's a long ball for Morocco downfield that Amrabat catches up with in the full-back position. Amrabat tries to go around Guerrero. His shirt was being pulled there. He goes down in the penalty area, but I think the shirt was being pulled outside the box. Then the challenge came in. Morocco are suggesting that they might have a case for a penalty. I'm not so sure. I'm looking at our other screen to my left. There's no indication that VAR is being used, so I think we'll have to take it that play will continue, which it does. And here's Amrabat. Amrabat again into the full-back area. This time a good challenge comes in on him from Guedes. And now Portugal are able to sweep away downfield, but that's a misplaced pass from Bernardo Silva. That was poor. All on his own there, and he curled the ball actually behind Guerrero by some distance and out of play for a throw into Portugal.
Yeah, we just see the replay of the penalty incident.
Well, I mean, it was Amrabat who was initially pulling the shirt of Guerrero. Yeah,
it was a foul by Amrabat with the shirt pull, but he gets into the box, does Amrabat. They're both pulling each other's shirt, to be honest, there. And Amrabat goes down. Well,
and actually it all took place outside the penalty. Both players were pulling one another's shirt. Well, one was pulling a shirt, the other was pulling shorts.
Yeah, well, they were pulling some part of their equipment, But both players went down, so the referee, I think the referee was 100% right, and that's why there's probably no need for VAR.
Portugal 1, Morocco 0, and the referee has been informed by his assistant, his fourth official, that the Moroccan coach, the rather stylish and debonair Moroccan coach Hervé Renard, the Frenchman, has said something out of turn, and so he's been called like a naughty boy to speak to referee Geiger, who's told him clearly to cut it out.
I've been there, John.
You'll be there again?
Might be there. Well, I won't be called a naughty boy, I don't hope, but...
Well, you never know.
No, you never know.
You never know. You're never too old, are you?
Thank you, John. Thank you.
I meant to ask, who is your first game as the Philippines manager going to be against? Do you know?
I have no idea whatsoever. But we have 2 friendlies in September, 2 in October. I think it's going to be Bahrain. There we are.
All right, you'll have some interesting away trips, I guess. Some interesting home matches.
Every trip away is going to be interesting. Every game's going to be interesting.
When we covered Nigeria the other week, I noticed that their first match after the World Cup is away against the Seychelles. I thought that sounds like my sort of away game.
I'll try and get a friendly there if I can. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. So it's 1-0 to Portugal. This is BBC 5 Live. Playback underway. The Moroccans who've really been impressive, and I mean, if they come out of these first 2 matches without scoring a goal, there's a crossfield pass that evades Noureddine Amrabat, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Portugal. I mean, they've shown great spirit, invention. It's Hakimi's crossfield pass that was beyond Amrabat.
I'm pointing to Hakimi because his run, he intercepted the ball and beat 2 men with the run. He looks really, really good, doesn't he? Raw, but very quick as a left-back for Morocco.
Yeah, I saw him play his first game in the Champions League this season when they played Tottenham in the Bernabeu, and he's clearly someone that Real Madrid think very highly of. Made his first appearance for Morocco when he was only 18, and here he is playing in the World Cup at 19 at left back, but his Moroccan team have a lot to do. 1-0 down in a match that if they lose, they know they'll be going out after the first stage. Here's João Moutinho. Bernardo Silva just got to it first and was able to play a pass which was behind Cristiano Ronaldo, who's being whistled and jeered, as he has been throughout, and of course he is almost wherever he goes by opposing supporters because he's such a big threat to them. He scored his 85th goal for Portugal already in this match. Morocco winning the ball back from Bernardo Silva. Here's a long one from Boutaïb. It's headed back across rather carelessly by Guerrero, and then the challenge came in from Pepe on Boutaïb. It was an aerial challenge, and Boutaïb is left down And Portugal will pass it away from inside their own half. João Mario to Bernardo Silva. Cristiano Ronaldo's on the right-hand side. Bernardo Silva gives it back to João Mario, who was challenged by Dira, who came across in the D. Just a little over-physical, the right-back with the challenge, and it's a free kick to Portugal in the D. And I think you, me, Terry, everyone inside the Luzhniki know what this means.
Actually, maybe a bit too close to the goal for Ronaldo. It's virtually about...
Do you think he might not take it?
It's about a yard away from the edge of the box, very much left of centre.
I hope you're not suggesting that he's not capable of scoring.
I think he is capable of scoring anywhere, but sometimes you just want it to be just that little bit further out where you can get the dip, where you've just got that bit of space to get the dip. But was there a foul on the other end as well?
On
Pepe?
Boutaïd.
Yeah.
Pepe.
Do you well, both challenges vaguely similar?
Yeah. I think possibly the difference was that they were both challenging aerially for the ball, weren't they, in the Portuguese penalty area. But things with Pepe, you can't help but think the worst. Right. So 1-0 to Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo has scored with a header. Now he's got a free kick, and it is just outside the D. He is trying to strike fear into the hearts of the Moroccan defence and goalkeeper Munir, because he's ready. Ronaldo hits it into the wall, and it bounces away. And that's the biggest cheer of the day so far from the Morocco fans, because Cristiano Ronaldo's free kick didn't get past the Moroccan wall. William Carvalho plays it into the back post. Oh, Moroccan defence is stretched here. It is brought down and crossed by Pepe, of all people, who was still up for the set piece, and he's won a corner.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I told you it was too close, didn't I? But I thought, maybe going for power. It was an in-between, wasn't it? It wasn't a chip. It wasn't like a drive. But I think one man on the ball just stuck his foot out and blocked it. But still a corner, this time from the left-hand side.
Yeah, half a chip, half a drive. Could call it a chive.
It was like a rescue club, wasn't it?
Yeah. 1-0 to Portugal. Corner from the left-hand side, and the referee is unhappy. Well, Cristiano Ronaldo's unhappy, and he sort of runs away in a theatrical style, waving his arms around as if to suggest they won't leave me alone. Da Costa is going with him. Here is the corner then. It's over the top of Ronaldo, pushing and pulling, continuing off the ball. I can see it between Ronaldo and Da Costa, and Ronaldo stands rather petulantly motioning towards the referee inside the penalty area. The ball's been cleared out of the box, but Portugal have got it back. William Carvalho now. Carvalho back towards the right-hand side. João Mario's out there. Bernardo Silva curls a low pass back into the centre circle to Pepe. And now Rafael Guerreiro, the left back from Borussia Dortmund, to William Carvalho. And Portugal in possession. Half-time approaching. We've got just over 10 minutes of the first half to play. But Morocco have been enterprising when they have come forward. And here they go again with Ziyech, who's really caught the eye, the Ajax man. Now Achraf Hakimi has joined the attack. Ziyech is there. It's played back centrally to El Ahmadi, who shoots wastefully from distance from 30 yards, and it flies way over the top of the crossbar into all of those red Moroccan shirts.
Oh, well, you can see the difference there, can't you? Final third. Portugal have got real quality in the final third, and unfortunately Morocco haven't, but there's not much difference in the build-up play. They play some lovely stuff to Morocco, lovely little one-touch stuff, good movement, get the ball in, up to striker, out wide, good third-man movement, all the sort of coaching attributes that you want from a good team, except that final ball in the box, or they really haven't got the personnel up front. They haven't got a Ronaldo, there's no doubt about that, but they haven't got that personnel up front that they can have confidence in scoring.
That's Terry Butcher, part of the BBC World Cup team here in Russia. 77 caps for England. Terry was the captain when England last reached the World Cup semi-final, and indeed a quarter-finalist as well in Mexico before that. Portugal 1, Morocco 0 is the match that we're watching. You'll hear the whole of this, then you'll hear the whole of Uruguay, Saudi Arabia. That sounds like a bit of a missed match after what happened in the opening match of the tournament. That's from 4 o'clock UK time. And then Iran-Spain is the match tonight from 7 o'clock. Iran, after getting their last gasp victory in their opening match with that own goal against Morocco, taking on now Spain. Portugal having to defend a set piece, a free kick won by Morocco out on the left-hand side. There are now 10 minutes to go to half-time. Free kick from out in the sunshine. Ronaldo actually leaping at the near post, gets his head to it, and the ball drops into the gloves of his goalkeeper, Rui Patricio.
Have you seen the size of that Portuguese defence there for the set pieces? Ronaldo comes back and sits in the hole, but they're massive.
Well, there's Ronaldo as well to join in on that, as Guerrero's been caught by Belhanda, so it's a free kick to Portugal. And William Carvalho as well. I mean, the size of him too.
Oh, no, it's like Land of the Giants. That's what I say. I'm sure they would have looked at that, but rather than just put a hopeful ball in and probably a 10-50% chance that you might get something, why not just play it short and see if you can get one or two of the big guys to move out?
It really is a gorgeous afternoon here. Bright sunshine, temperature I would say 20, 22, something like that. Maybe a little bit warmer.
I think it is 20, yeah.
And just a lovely, refreshing breeze.
Do you know how I know it's 20?
Go on.
It's on the TV.
It's on the telly, is it?
Yeah, it's on the television there. Yeah, it'll come up in a minute. The screens can't change. It says 20 degrees, John, with the thermometer on there as well.
Free kick to Morocco, just inside the Portuguese half on the far side. Said I didn't need that technical backup. I called it. Called it before you
called it.
Yeah, called it.
You're remarkable, John.
Yeah. Free kick that Morocco are looking to take. 1-0 down in this match that they must get something out of.
Do you do forecasts as well?
Well, my dad was very good because he was a farmer, and he was excellent on some of those old farmers' weather forecasts. So it can be a little sideline if things don't work out. Here's Munir, who clears the ball over the halfway line. It's taken down by Boutaïb, and now Morocco with Ziyech on the left-hand side. One little trick too many from Ziyech there, and the ball bounces out in the end off him for a throw-in to Portugal. He looks a talent, doesn't he? Yeah, the number 7.
Yeah, left-footed, plays behind the striker, very, very comfortable on the ball. And he's got good movement, doesn't he?
Yes, he has. Played on the right in the first match, he's played on the left in this one. Now the ball's played up by Hakimi to Boutaïb, but Boutaïb rather got the ball caught up underneath his feet, and Portugal were all over him and cleared it out of play for a throw-in near the halfway line. On the play that we've seen so far, I feel like Morocco deserve a break. They deserve something. They've come into this with a great attitude, and now here they go down the left-hand side again with Boussoufa. He's got Ziyech over there as well. Back to Boussoufa, but William Carvalho tracked the run and was able to clear it away out of the penalty area. Still Morocco in the red shirts and the green shorts. This time the cross from the left-hand side from Hakimi is blocked out of play. They have some momentum behind them here, the Moroccans. Back to the central area, to El Ahmadi, and then he puts in the challenge, El Ahmadi, and concedes the free kick against João Mario, and all of that comes to nothing for Morocco.
Yeah, they're just trying to be a little bit too precise. Nice little triangles, nice little movement, but someone's got to get their head up and put it into the box, or someone's got to get their head up and switch a play as well. Most of the success early on from Morocco was coming down the right-hand side. It seems to be all tilted now to the left-hand side.
So 1-0. Just over 5 minutes to go to half-time. Cristiano Ronaldo opening the scoring in the 4th minute. It was a short free kick that was swung over by João Moutinho, and now Ronaldo plays it into the penalty area. Guedes with a chance, a one-handed save from goalkeeper Munir, who stood up actually as Guedes was put in by Cristiano Ronaldo with a slight angle on the left-hand side of the box. It was dropping the ball, and he volleyed it goalwards, and Munir stuck out his left arm and parried it.
Yeah, a comfortable save. The ball is... He hasn't got to really stretch his arm out, his left arm out very much, but he makes a good, strong left hand. Good save, stops the ball, but Guedes with the best chance of his match anyway. But good ball again by Ronaldo.
Yeah, first chance for some little time as Portugal now. Cristiano Ronaldo is fouled as he was trying to take it on over the halfway line, and the Moroccans are protesting, but the yellow card was out very quickly from referee Geiger, and Benatia, who, as Terry Butcher was telling you earlier, was fortunate not to be yellow carded for an earlier challenge on Cristiano Ronaldo, is now booked.
Yeah, there was no chance of him winning the ball. I don't know why he committed himself, but as Ronaldo plays the ball with his right foot across the pitch, he comes in and kicks his left foot It's not that bad a kick, but it's enough to warrant a yellow card, and quite rightly so. We don't want to see that.
Still Portugal 1, Morocco 0. As we... is that the stadium announcer announcing the yellow card? I think it is, actually. The deep voices of the Russian stadium announcers are amazing, aren't they? Have you noticed that? Have a listen out to them.
Yeah, they are.
They must be the deepest voices in Russia.
You can actually tweak the volume and tone and things like that to make them deeper as well. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. They can do anything, these Russians, can't they?
They can.
We're into the last 5 minutes of the first half here in the Russian capital, Moscow. It's a magnificent statue of Lenin outside the stadium here, which has been rebuilt for the World Cup, and actually reminded us of the stadium in Berlin, the Olympic Stadium there, the way that it has been reconstructed with any number of square columns all the way around the stadium. Long ball forward from Benatia from inside his own half, but Boutaïb won't catch that, and it's through for a goal kick to Rui Patricio. It is fair to say that in Russia you do not have to go far before you see a statue of Lenin, but the one outside the stadium here is really quite striking. In this one he's sort of looking over his right shoulder with a great big Russian overcoat on. Ball from the back from Pepe, and then El Ahmadi gets a header on the halfway line. It's helped to Boutaïb, who gets up well, heads it back towards the halfway line, where Amrabat is being pulled persistently by William Carvalho, and eventually the referee gives a free kick Morocco's way. They're running out of time, Morocco, if they're going to get a goal back before the break, as the sun just briefly disappears. A slightly darker cloud has appeared over the top of the stadium that we can see through the roof. Portugal 1-0 up. Cristiano Ronaldo's goal is 4th of this World Cup. For Cristiano Ronaldo now, that makes it, 7 goals in 15 appearances in his World Cup matches. So he's improving that World Cup scoring record with every match that goes by at this tournament. Throw-in that Diarra is waiting to take. And then up it goes towards Boutaïb, who was being closely marked by José Font, and in trying to head it down to his teammate Amrabat, could only succeed in heading it out of play for a throw-in to Portugal. Fernando Santos's Portugal, winners of the European Championship 2 years ago, 63 years old he is now. It helps when you have a Cristiano Ronaldo in your side, but at the same time, it's quite an art to keep him happy, to keep everyone else happy, and he certainly did that in France 2 years ago. When, if you remember, they drew all 3 group matches. They didn't win a match in the group stages and ended up as the champions. Portugal having to defend here. It's headed away by Guerreiro, though, with Amrabat behind him on the edge of the box, and then Amrabat challenges Guedes. Morocco win it back. Chipped forward by Amrabat into the penalty area. It's pulled back towards the penalty spot and stabbed away by João Moutinho into the full-back area, where it's cleared away. An excellent overlapping run by Belhanda with the eventual ball into the penalty area. Here they come again. Diarra up towards Amrabat. Amrabat turns Guerreiro. There's only Benatia in the middle, and the cross is way over Benatia's head and is chested back by Cedric Suarez to the goalkeeper. Just over a minute to play, Terry. Yeah,
we said that at the start of the game. They're sort of reluctant to put balls into the box because there's not enough Moroccan bodies going in there, and very much on that occasion. Boutaïb was crossing the ball. He needs to be in the middle to get on the end of the balls if he possibly can, but they get into good areas, but that final ball's not the best.
Yeah, it's the cutting edge, and that was the pre-tournament intelligence, wasn't it, about Morocco, that they do lack a goal scorer. Very strong at the back, but short on goals, and they have yet to score one at this World Cup. And now Younes Belhanda has taken a bang on the halfway line, and play is stopped because he's holding his head, and referee Geiger is taking no chances. So Portugal 1, Morocco 0. Exactly what Morocco didn't want to happen happened in the first 5 minutes, when Cristiano Ronaldo was able to ghost into the 6-yard box after the short taken corner and head it unchallenged into the net. And from that point on, Morocco have done well, but they've got to score.
Yeah, simple as that. But after the first 3 minutes, you didn't even think about a Portuguese goal. You're just thinking, well, great start by Morocco. Powerful, pacey, aggressive, tenacious, and then Portugal broke away and got the 2 corners on the far side, and from the second corner, bang, it's in the back of the net, and it's made things a lot more difficult. But it really hasn't altered Morocco's intent and game plan anyway. They have to go and win the game, and now they've got to score obviously more goals, but I'm certain that they will give it a go. With the manager, what you want now at half-time, just tell the players, look, you make the country proud, make us proud, just really do everything that you possibly can. If we're going to go out of this World Cup, we're going to go out in a blaze of glory, and why not?
3 minutes of added time to be played. They are satisfied that Younes Belhanda is okay. He has had to come off the field having received treatment, and he's now back on the pitch. So 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, with Portugal leading by 1-0. Stretching header by El Ahmadi is able to keep possession for Portugal. In fact, William Carvalho with a clumsy foul on Belhanda. Quick free kick taken over the top down the right-hand side to Amrabat. Amrabat is challenged there by Guerrero, and it's a free kick, just a little heavy. It's been quite a good contest actually. Northern Amrabat against Guerrero.
Very good contest. I think I have to say Amrabat's just probably ahead on points. And this time he was fouled, knocked to the canvas, as they say. And the free kick was virtually a corner, isn't it? It's about 2 or 3 yards outside the quadrant.
It is. And Ziyech is going to take this. What a noise there would be in the Luzhniki if this were to end up in the back of the net. Taken across by Ziyech. It's headed on the edge of the box, but wide across the face of goal. What a chance for Belhanda. And he wasn't able to get it on target.
He actually just glances it, doesn't he? He doesn't get a good head on it, he just glances it, and Benatia is coming in on the far post. Anything, any touch, if he stoops and tries to get there, try to put it in with his chest, if he just stoops and heads it, he's free on that far post. No one on the post at the back post, so wow, that was probably the closest Morocco have come.
I think I would say that. So was the Benatia header from the corner early on in the game. Portugal leading Morocco by 1-0. It's almost half-time. I hope you're enjoying our coverage on 5 Live, not just the commentaries, but all of the coverage with Rachel Burden, who's been here, there and everywhere, out here in Russia. We're also live at the England camp on a regular basis up near St. Petersburg. If you've got a smart speaker, I don't know if you've heard about this, but we're taking you behind the scenes at this World Cup. With your smart speaker, you just have to say to it, "Take me to the World Cup," or "Take me to the World Cup podcast." And miraculously, Terry, we appear and we take you to the World Cup. We've been taking people to the World Cup from all sorts of places. Indeed, our engineer Owen took people to our commentary position and described exactly how we bring a commentary to you in a technical sense. So as Portugal have a free kick that they hit downfield, the half-time whistle goes, and well done Morocco, but I'm afraid they're going to have to get a goal or goals, because Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the 5th minute, in the 4th minute actually it was, with a diving lead Morocco 1-0.
Yeah, but Hervé Renard, the head coach of Morocco, will certainly have to be a smart speaker at half-time, because he's got to rally his team, he's got to get the boys up. I'm sure that they are up. I think they've been terrific, I really do. Just that final ball, the final pass, the final shot in the box. But I would think that Fernando Santos, the head coach of Portugal, will be saying, look, you're giving away the ball too much. Get the ball forward quicker, you've got to pass it quicker. Tempo not good enough. They're getting caught in possession at Portugal, and Morocco are certainly giving it a go. They want to give all this crowd in here, and it's, like I say, it's probably about 70% Moroccan in here. They want to give them something to remember.
So at half-time here in the Luzhniki, it is Portugal 1, Morocco 0, and Kelly Cates and Mark Chapman have been doing a bit of smart speaker action as well. And here's a little bit more of the same from Kelly back in near Red Square.
I think there's a sense of irony in your voice there, John Murray. We'll be back with John and with Terry for the second half of Portugal against Morocco.
I'll be getting told off if you say that.
No, we'd never tell you off. Never tell you off. We'll join you again at the Luzhniki Stadium for the second half, Portugal against Morocco. Guillaume Balaguer has been watching it here as well. Now, Guillaume really is a smart speaker. Guillaume, what did you make of the first half?
I think Morocco was brilliant. They did absolutely everything perfect in terms of what to do with the ball. They overlap, superiority in wide areas. They attacked down the round weak because they realised that Rafael Guerreiro is the weakness. The second balls, the high pressure when they tried it, they steal the ball from Portugal, but they were weak in both boxes. The set piece was really bad defended for Da Costa, and then once they got to the last third, they lack a little bit of sharpness and quality. Everything else they done really, really well.
And as you can really sense the atmosphere coming through the airwaves, with the whole of the Moroccan support behind them. Have they given their fans enough, do you think? Can we get more out of them in the second half?
They actually doing as a team a collective work which really should please the fans, because there's not long balls, it's not simple football, it's got a lot of layers. They just lack that little quality at the end. But fans meanwhile have been against Ronaldo. I don't know if you were hearing, but when he was protesting, when he was down, they were chanting Messi, 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 and that's the never-ending game. That game will never finish, the Messi-Ronaldo game. It
certainly won't. But the odds on Ronaldo scoring another hat-trick this afternoon, you can get as low as 10-1 on him scoring 3 goals. He's already got one of them. MH said nobody turns up on the big stage like Ronaldo has for the past 5 or 6 years. What a player. Is that true, Guillaume?
There is others that turn up in big games as well. But yeah, of course, after he scored 4 goals in 2 games, when he had to score only 3 in the previous 3 World Cups, it does show that he's very sharp. He was so fast and his movement was so clever in the set piece that Costa completely missed him. He seems more awake than anybody else. It's just that at the same time, and I wonder what Fernando Santos and Cristiano Ronaldo were talking about, they were coming off the pitch. At the same time, he's playing behind Guedes, which slows things down a little bit for Portugal. Perhaps he's better, as we're seeing, as a finisher, the one at the end of the moves, not so much the one created them.
Well, John Joe says there's only 2 things I'm sure of this World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo will keep scoring goals and England will win the whole thing. I think one of those is slightly more likely than the other one. John Joe, you can get in touch with us, 85058 at BBC 5 Live if you want to get in touch with us on social media. Second half of the game between Portugal and Morocco, and we'll round up the rest of the day's sports news after the BBC News with Kate Williams.
On digital, online, smartphone and tablet, this is BBC 5 Live.
The Health Secretary says the police and CPS will examine whether criminal charges should be brought over deaths at a Hampshire hospital. A report has found Gosport War Memorial Hospital had institutionalised practice of shortening patients' lives. More than 450 older people were given drugs inappropriately in the 1980s and 90s. Here's Jeremy Hunt.
Nothing I say today will lessen the anguish and pain of families who have campaigned for 20 years for justice after the loss of a loved one. But I can, at least on behalf of the government and the NHS, apologise for what happened and what they have been through.
A man has been arrested after 5 people were injured in an explosion at a tube station in North London. It happened at Southgate last night and is being blamed on a faulty drill battery. The man has been released under investigation. Theresa May is facing the prospect of another defeat in the Commons over the government's plans for Brexit. Several Conservative backbenchers are threatening to vote in favour of giving Parliament a greater say if no deal is reached with the EU. Our assistant political editor is Norman Smith.
Both sides seem to have decided this is it. This is going to be a real trial of strength. It's crucial because I think we've reached one of the defining moments when we will find out whether Mrs May's Brexit rebels have the numbers and the resolve to defeat her.
Lloyds Banking Group says it's cutting nearly 200 jobs, most of them back office roles. The company says it'll try to redeploy staff who are affected. The governor of a high-security jail has been treated in hospital after being attacked by an inmate. Claire Pearson hasn't been able to return to work since the assault at Long Lartin Prison in Worcestershire a month ago. It houses some of the country's most dangerous offenders. And passengers who bought cheap flights on British Airways are angry after the airline cancelled their tickets. BA says the prices were wrong because it sent incorrect fares to several travel agents for trips to Tel Aviv and Dubai. It's offered full refunds and a £100 voucher.
This is BBC 5 Live on digital, smart speaker, smartphone and tablet.
On the road, starting in Cumbria on the M6, 2 lanes are closed southbound between junctions 44 and 43 for Carlisle. In Oxfordshire, the M40 has 2 lanes closed southbound between junction 10, the Cherwell Valley Services, and 9 for Bicester. 1 lane's blocked on the M5 northbound between junctions 6 and 5, Worcester and Droitwich. Finally, 1 lane closed and heavy traffic due to a broken down car on the M25 clockwise between junction 6 for Godstone and junction 7 for the M23.
Federer having to show patience. One serve away from the title. An ace from Federer.
3 sets to love. 6-3, 6-1, 6-4.
Champion for an 8th time.
Wimbledon 2018.
Finishes it off. Punches the air in celebration.
Coming soon across the BBC.
The FIFA World Cup.
Live from Russia, this is 5 Live Sport with Kelly Cates.
Hello, welcome back to Red Square. Portugal leading Morocco by 1-0 at half-time at the Luzhniki Stadium here in Moscow. Cristiano Ronaldo with the only goal of the game so far. But away from the World Cup in the cricket, England's women face South Africa later. Right now, Henry Moran is watching New Zealand against South Africa in the first game of the T20 Tri-Series at Taunton.
Yep, this series an important milestone on the journey towards the World T20 at the back end of this year in the West Indies. 3 top sides taking on each other twice each, and then a final at Chelmsford on July the 1st. New Zealand's women in this opening game 150 without loss in the 15th over. Susie Bates, the captain, 86 from just 50 deliveries. Sophie Devine, 62 from 39. Later on today, as you say, we'll see England in action against South Africa. First up, though, New Zealand could be on for the record ever T20 score in a women's game, which stands at 209. 150 without loss in the 15th over.
Commentary continues over on 5 Live Sports Extra, and it's a busy day of cricket in the County Championship. Kevin Howells is watching the top 2 in Division 1.
That's right, you say very important game. Just 1 point separating both Surrey and Somerset here at Guildford today, and Surrey have made a good start. They're 122 for 1. We just entered the afternoon session. Somerset must be worried they made the wrong call on bowling first.
more progressive options. One of the name players in the Moroccan side, Yunus Belhanda of Galatasaray in Turkey. Just a moment, Mark Geiger's first touch was tested. Pepe. Sweeping diagonal for Guedes. Just behind for Amrabat. Hurriedly taken free kick, and smartly so by Boussoufa. So he couldn't get there ahead of Pepe. Scrutinised by Benatia. Flicked on by Boussoufa. Belhanda. Amrabat. Guerrero in retreat. Amrabat. Belhanda! And Rui Patricio clung on. The Moroccan threat remains. These Atlas Lions do have teeth. It's a good catch by Rui Patricio. Second time. Boussoufa left a tiny bit on him. Amrabat tipped over. He is giving Portugal repeated problems down that side. They've had as many attempts at goal in this game already, have Morocco, as they did against Iran in their opening game. It's been a truly purposeful effort, which they will feel deserves to harvest some fruit. Ziyech takes Belhanda's header! Terrific save from Rui Patricio, who spooned that out at full stretch. There have not been many better stops than this one at this World Cup. He had a long way to go, Rui Patricio. It's a strong, strong bottom hand. Belhanda could have done no more with that header. And Rui Patricio keeps Portugal in front. Flung in again by Boussoufa. El Amadi. Boussoufa has gone over Moutinho. And it's another Moroccan free kick. There is a head of steam boiling up here. Just a little nibble from João Moutinho. By Ziyech, by Pepe, El Amadi, Ziyech, dispossessed by Cedric Suarez. There's Ronaldo, here's Guedes, Dirar in retreat, and Nordin Amrabat has got all the way back into the right full-back position to help Dirar out. Crunched away by Benatia. By William Carvalho, who needed some help from Pepe. change of the game. There's a Portuguese change. It is Bernardo Silva who gives way here to Gelson Martins, another out of Sporting Lisbon, for whom this is a first appearance at the competition. Bernardo Silva replaced at not a similar point of proceedings to that where he was substituted also against Spain. It was Quaresma who came on for him this time. Martins to win his 19th cap. So he stayed down, though the free kick's been given against him. Free kick, Benatia! Flies it over the crossbar. Very much the focal point of his nation's ambitions. Made it Benatia, making it his own business if he can to crash them back into the game. Made himself a yard and then cleared the bar by a yard. Suarez playing Martins, who is, physically speaking, a larger specimen than the man he replaced, and that gave Hakimi a different problem to the one he faced when it was Bernardo Silva. Portugal, who've been under the cosh for a little while, have an offensive free kick of their own now. Moutinho will take. Pepe and Font have both joined the mix. Ronaldo front of the queue. By João Moutinho, winning Carvalho round the back. Here is Martins. The keeper got a finger on it. Whistle went anyway. Your own push or pull out of several there. Ziyech. Spreading it smartly for Amrabat. Faced again by Guerrero. Supported by Dira. Alamadi. Ziyech. Out by Moutinho. Ronaldo. Gelson Martins. That's a smart turn. Ronaldo, Martins just ran into the Costa, who's not penalised. Ramati, Hakimi. If you rightly saw nothing untoward there. Martins was on his way down. Hakimi. Belhanda. Amrabat. Dira. Alamadi. Good turn from Belhanda. Amrabat once more. Good delivery needed. Amrabat can't supply it. Dira does. Boussoufa and Ziyech were occupying the same territory. Back in by Hakimi. And a comfortable gather for Rui Patricio. Just a little suggestion of handball there against the Guedes. Surely Portuguese too close to the ball to be deemed guilty of deliberately handling it. And for the record, it was outside the penalty area. Guerrero summoned for a word by Mark Geiger, who has tried very hard to keep his cards in his pocket and does so again now. To the irritation again of the vocal Moroccan fans. The yellow card shown up to now has been shown to Mehdi Benatia. Da Costa. Hakimi. 25 minutes to play. Ronaldo's flick. Coutinho's misplaced flick. Boussoufa. This worked out as a terrific pass from the goalkeeper, but Belhanda couldn't match it. Alamadi snatches it back. Hakimi. Ziyech. Hakimi. Ziyech. Boutaïb. Belhanda. Amrabat. Push at the back of Boussoufa and a Moroccan free kick. Guerrero pleading his innocence. There was just a little shove there. And this might well appeal to the left foot of Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech in the company of Boussoufa. With a quarter of this game to keep Morocco at the World Cup. Ziyech! Not a million miles away. He's a smashing little technician. And he was within a whisper of the crossbar, Hakim Ziyech. And Patricio glad to watch it over. Martins. by Belhanda. Preparing to make an offensive change. Ayoub El-Kabi, who started the game against Iran, and is going to finish the game at the expense of Khalid Boutaïb against Portugal. Boutaïb has put himself about really well with selfless running. And likewise, it's a reversal of one of the changes from the first game as Portugal make their alteration. João Mario's race is run for now, and his replacement is Bruno Fernandes, whom he replaced against Spain the other night. Kabi is already in the thick of the action. William Ziyech, Amrabat, Benatia, Guerrero away from Amrabat. A free kick against William Carvalho. Nelson Martins given away to Ziyech. They dug his nation out of a problem. Pepe. British. Ronaldo, shifted out by Hakimi, tightly taken by Amrabat. Belhanda, Benatia, Gira, pulled on it by Guedes, whom he gave a little shove. Coutinho, Fernandes, his first touch. A little bit congested over there. Fernandes for Coutinho. Goalkeeper slithered. Using Dirar to have his heart in his mouth, but Munir affected the clearance okay. Ziyech. Just too heavy for Amrabat, who on the face of it has, over the last 5 or 7 minutes, come in off his right wing berth and is playing as an auxiliary striker to all intents and purposes now, alongside El-Kabi. William Carvalho, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, by El Amadi. Amrabat couldn't take it with him. William Carvalho, Nelson Martins, Bruno Fernandes. Penalty cleared by Da Costa and brought down by Ziyech. Can't keep it from Coutinho, but here's Belhanda. Dirar. Kabi fouled by Font. And from behind Ziyech, Benatia has calmed things down and advised his teammates not to take the free kick quickly, but to wait for him and for others to get forward. Morocco in urgent need of a goal. Ziyech, it's not going to help them. Patricio with an almost uncontested catch. Here actually is that Morocco have gone to 3 at the back, with Hakimi settling in alongside the 2 original centre-halves, Amrabat left wing-back and Dira here on the right. And Ziyech, the support striker for Hanif Al-Kabi. They've got to change it again, the Moroccans. The introduction for the first time in place of Belhanda of Mehdi Castello-Gonzalez. Amrabat's throw. Last quarter of an hour. Hakimi. And again Hakimi. Al-Kabi. Al-Amadi. Da Costa. Al-Amadi. Benatia. Font, Al-Amadi again. Da Costa, Hakimi. Amrabat. Al-Amadi. Well by Castello-Gonzalez, away athletically by Cedric Suarez. Boussoufa, Dira, Boussoufa, Ziyech turned into trouble. Go for Bruno Fernandes, Carvalho, Johnson Martins. Da Costa, Ziyech, Boussoufa, couldn't carry it away. Al-Amadi has it back. Ziyech, lovely drop of the shoulder, too clever for Moutinho. And another Moroccan free kick. Hung out a toe. Ziyech went over it. Morocco can load up the Portuguese penalty area again. Ziyech went close for a little while ago from a little nearer to the goal. Amrabat adopting a faux offside position, which is being warned by the referee. In by Ziyech, Benatia! Flicked it wide in front of the near post. Came off his upper arm, which might be what was disturbing the Portuguese defenders. Just that, bit of a push. Right, anyway, so of little import. William. Fernandes. Suarez. It's a good win by Boussoufa. Ziyech. Morocco playing here to stay alive. William Carvalho affords them a corner. Ziyech plays it in. The defending is none too convincing, but Portugal got enough bodies around it and got it away, at least as far as Dira. Then Da Costa. Al-Kabi. Amrabat. Boussoufa. Ziyech. Horizontally away by Font. Forward again by Al-Mahdi. Ziyech. Al-Mahdi. Marcelo Gonzalez. He'd love a corner, he's got one. Heading into the last 10 minutes. For Morocco, unless they score, the last 10 meaningful minutes of their World Cup. In again by Ziyech. Twitched out by William Carvalho. Dira! Oh, he's caught that. And he's speared it over from a long way out. I suppose you would say there was time to take a touch and try something more realistic, but that would be to take away from a terrific contact after Pepe had inadvertently squirted the ball up against his own hand. Hence a handball shout or two, but again, in no sense could the referee have considered that deliberate. It's been a busy game for the American referee, Mark Geiger, one way or another. Been a busy game for the Portuguese defenders too. Morocco have had more touches inside the Portuguese penalty area, hence the frown on his face, than even Spain managed. And there are 9 minutes still to play. Cedric Suarez. Justin Martins went to ground. Coutinho, Bruno Fernandes, neither one thing nor the other. Had a good goal-scoring season in the Portuguese league, did Bruno Fernandes, 13 goals in all competitions. Sporting finished third and reached the quarter-finals of the Europa League. And it's Savaris. A club which expects better than third. They're trying something only he would try, but after the ball had gone out. Morocco lose this game. The most points they can accrue would be 3. Given that Iran or Spain, at least one of them, will be on at least 4 by the time they finish in Kazan later tonight. And that Portugal, by winning, will already be on 4. That would mean Morocco are done for. It's their urgent need for an equaliser. Going the other way is Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Benatia left it behind. Ronaldo's got in. Benatia has fouled him right on the line. Now remember, Benatia's on a yellow card, so he needs to get out of the face of the referee as quickly as he can. A referee who just might want reassurance from those elsewhere that contact was made outside the box. And I tell you what, that first view suggests there is a little certainty about it. This is the one that will tell us for sure. I think just. just. Just a free kick. Mind, when it's him, this can be as good as a penalty. As an offensive unit, Portugal have barely contributed to the second half, but they lead, and the man is behind the ball again. He is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's punctured the wall. He's gone down, somewhat melodramatically, and Mark Geiger's not interested. And now William Carvalho has charged down inside his own half. Plenty to smile about. He's within 5 or 6 minutes of being the match winner again. There was the moment when he did go down. Oh, Cristiano. Nothing doing there. Do you really want to see a replay of that? A bit of contact, bit of contact. Sure, the referee is hearing what's being said to him anyway. He needs a new battery. And in the meantime, Al Ahmadi is being withdrawn, and to replace the final throw of the dice by Faisal Fajr of Getafe in Spain. Ronaldo. Marcelo Gonzalez with support on either side. Ziyech. First wriggling contribution from Fajr. The referee's method of communication is still not entirely secure. That went to ground, forward by Boussoufa. Marcelo Gonzalez, he's managed to keep it for them. Amrabat. In by Fajr. Out by Font. Benatia. Boussoufa. Jason Martins, William Carvalho. Foul on the Portuguese, and 3 minutes to play. More Portuguese substitution to be made. That is Adrian Silva. And I think he's going to replace Moutinho. Fajr. Moutinho. Portugal won't be taking this set piece in a hurry. Moutinho is not leaving the field in a hurry. Adrian Silva is a footballer who is well used to waiting. He had to wait half a season for his Leicester City debut in England this season because he was 14 seconds late registering. His move from Sporting Lisbon. His free kick. Guerrero. It's down for Faj. Marcelo Gonzalez. Boussoufa. Dira. Hell for leather now from Morocco, it has to be. They've got a throw as we enter the 90th minute. Try of handball again, once more from close quarters. Amrabat. Faj. Da Costa. Hakimi. Really would be very, very harsh on Morocco to go out this early without a goal to their name, given the way they've played in both of their games. But that's the way it's looking. Unless Boussoufa. Amrabat. Ziyech! Ziyech! Oh! That might have been the Moroccan moment. Amrabat with a deft touch, Ziyech penetrating, and a shot on target deflected just over. 5 minutes of stoppage time, still not over. Ziyech lofts it in. Marcelo Gonzalez got it under control with his upper arm. And the moment passes, and whilst that moment passes, the raised temperatures do not dip. There has been a little bit of something in this game throughout. A few bits and pieces and nasty moments. Benatia put a hand on the shoulder of Pepe, who went over as if he'd been clouted by a heavyweight. Two great centre-halves who understand the dark arts. You've got to be looking forwards. This is engrossing right to the end. Good win by Da Costa. Followed by Silva. Ronaldo. Carvalho. Crashed away for Amrabat. A flick on him by Silva, and a yellow card is shown to Adrian Silva. Only just joined the drama. His name is taken. 2 stoppage time minutes played. 3 stoppage time minutes still to play. So again, Morocco have to score. Faj with their free kick. Benatia has hoisted it high again. He's had as many goal-scoring chances as anyone in the game. Needed a lucky break for it to come down, then his first touch was good. His second was off target. Scored a couple of massive goals for Juventus this season just gone. Scored a 1-0 winner against Roma back in December, which really mattered in the title race. Scored a goal in the cup final. Couldn't score then when his country needed him. And now here's Ronaldo, who has earned, at the expense of Benatia, a corner with which Portugal can eat up more time. Bruno Fernandes to take. Guerrero with him. They'll probably try and occupy that square yard down by the corner flag for as long as they can. Silva. He's giving it to Amrabat. Morocco may have one last chance here. 90 seconds to play. Ziyech. Marcelo Gonzalez. Push and run, can't take him past Cedric Suarez, but he does have a throw. Marcelo Gonzalez away from Suarez, aimed in at El Kaabi, steered out by Font, wide again by Benatia. Here's Dirar and Ziyech. Guerrero did enough. And Portugal are nearly there. Martins. And from Cedric Suarez. Ronaldo can't claim it, Benatia does. Gelson Martins. Guedes. Little interest, it seems, in going forwards now. It's all about time. Gelson Martins keeping the ball, wins the game. Fernandes thumps it into the crowd to that end. Morocco will be keen, and he will be keen. Hervé Renard, the referee, is adding on seconds for this. They've got to launch it. They've got 4 forwards. There isn't time. Morocco are first to fall as 32 become 31. It was Cristiano Ronaldo who offered the telling blow. A thumping header 4 minutes into the game. 4 World Cup goals for him. Morocco have one game to play. It will mean little. The final score at the Luzhniki, Portugal 1, Morocco 0.